Under those clothes, that uptight man probably had a glorious body. Anya let out a long sigh. It has been fun, sisters, but I better get downstairs before Pinky comes looking for me. Yes, and I need to get to bed. Dawn comes early. What are you going to do with your night, Fee? Do you have an assignment? I'm off until tomorrow. I'm not tired enough to sleep. Maybe I'll go downstairs and help out, I said. We have plenty of help tonight, but come down anyway. You can enjoy your night off. Night, Rivs. See you in the morning, Anya called as she raced down the stairs. She's right, you know, River said softly as she dunked a rag into soapy water. You do need to relax and have some fun. Although I'd like to see you meditating a little more, having a drink and conversation with friends will do you almost as much good. I watched my sister flit around, wiping down the large wooden table and countertops. Her hair, so pale it was almost white, was pulled back into a loose braid that reached the middle of her back. She looked younger than her 19 years. She wore a long, loose-fitting dress that was so faded from washings that I couldn't be sure of its original color, but I thought it might have been yellow. It was patched in several areas, and a spot above the elbow was wearing quite thin. It should have been thrown out years ago, but I knew better than to say so to River. Though the three of us had been working and bringing in income to the family for a while now, and we could afford simple necessities and a few luxuries, River didn't think new clothes for her were a necessity. Though she was the youngest, River was truly the mother of us all, even Pinky. I suppose we took care of each other in our own ways. I'd always felt it was my duty to provide for my sisters and protect them. I'd done that by getting admitted to the Academy for guard training 2 years earlier than I should have been eligible, and by talking Sam into admitting both of my sisters to the Academy when they were old enough, even though we couldn't pay like the rich families. Anya was a skilled enough fighter to be a guard, even a blade, but could never be either, even though it was her deepest desire. She was a norm. Born without the ability to manipulate magical energy, she didn't have shifter genes, and of course she wasn't a vampire. That meant she was useless in law enforcement. With her training, she could have worked in an administrative position, but that wasn't my sister's style. Instead, after graduating, she did what she'd always intended to do. She worked in the pub, taking some of the burden off Pinky and helping provide for us all. River, too, had gone to the Academy. She had no desire to work in law, but she had a love of learning that amazed me. So she went through the magic and science courses, refusing to take any combat training, instead focusing on healer training. She excelled and had a position at the hospital waiting for her when she graduated a year ago. But within a month, we all knew it wasn't for her. I think she only stayed as long as she did because she didn't want to disappoint us. River had a gentle, caring soul. It didn't take long for us to see that being around sickness, death, and suffering all day took a toll on her we couldn't have foreseen. Her empathy kept her worried and up at night, wondering about her patients. Her already pale skin became sallow, and the circles under her eyes were so dark they looked like bruises. Once bright and cheerful, she hardly smiled anymore, the sadness and solemnity of her job weighing heavily on her. She looked almost relieved when we all sat her down and told her we felt like she should find another job. So she went back to doing what she loved, tending her rooftop gardens, tending house, and bringing smiles and laughter to all she met. Now she sold her produce and the herbal concoctions she made up at the public market. She was happy and healthy and did everything in her power to keep us that way as well. I promise I'll spend half an hour meditating before bed. I took the cup and plate River had in her hand. Now, off to bed with you. I'll finish cleaning up. No, don't argue. Go on. To my surprise, River actually obeyed. Good night, Fee, she said, kissing me on the cheek before padding off to her room. I finished up the dishes and, using a rope of energy, floated the dishpan out the window to the rooftop garden for River to use for her plants. Then I went to my room to change into something more appropriate to wear downstairs to the pub.